Sony, I don't think gets enough credit for what they do. I'm not quite sure why, because they really put out some good hardware. But either they don't market as well, or Canon has a good marketing program to tell everybody we're the best at this, and everybody else is trying to be us, and people believe it because Sony has done some incredible things with tech that other people haven't.
Yeah, I have a theory about that.
Yeah,
and this is just my own theory. And because Sony can't seem to really get any traction at the really high end in Hollywood either, where it's all Area Alexa and that kind of stuff, or Red. They can't get any traction there either, even though arguably the Venice and the F65 before that are superior cameras to a lot of those cameras that Hollywood are using. But you know what their biggest problem is? Has the Sony name on the side.
Yeah.
It's Sony with your cool people, your Hollywood types, and that sounds more negative than I mean it to sound. But people that work in those realms, that has the same feeling to me that if you say you're working on a Mac, on a PC computer, it's like PC computer, I'm a Mac guy,
right?
So Sony is like, they're corporate, they're mainstream, they're not cool. That's I honestly think that is if you go to the TV side for broadcast, Sony's everywhere. Sony's except Sony, that's what it is. But if you go to the cinema side, that's like, no, that's too. What's the right word? Too corporate, too something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Too consumer. And it's funny because if you look at Sony's history, they were the radicals. They never followed what everybody else did. They were always innovating. They were doing new things. They, back in the 60s and 70s, Sony was like, who are these people? How can they do this? How dare they do this? And they were doing new things when nobody else was. They revolutionized quite a few industries, and they've always been involved. I still hear people go, well, they're not really a camera company. No, they have a camera division, which is huge. Canon has a huge copier division. And if you look at the Aria Alexa Mini and all those, how many people want to spend $53,000 to $80,000 on a camera?
Right.
That has one slot and isn't all that reliable. It's sort of interesting. People forget that. Now, that being said, I was watching the new Jack Ryan series, season 2 of the Jack Ryan. It's an Amazon original. It's really well done. The old Tom Clancy, Jack Ryan.
I haven't seen it yet. I was wondering.
Oh, I love it. And I was watching it. And the first one I was looking at, I really liked the first series. I just finished watching the second. And I'm thinking, what the hell are they filming with? It looks beautiful. It's an Arri Alexa Mini, 53 grand camera, and they're doing single camera shoot the whole show.
I just got an email yesterday that was, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Cinematographer's mailing list, CML. It's a subscription-based mailing list that that has several different email lists. It's the old-fashioned kind of a way of doing stuff before forums. And someone put on there, maybe a couple of days ago, maybe yesterday, a couple of days ago, their list, and it was like a list of like the top 60 films that are probably in Oscar contention this year for cinematography, and it had a list of what they were and what they were shot on, the cinematographer, and there's some information about what the film was. And I was looking through that the other day just to see what was on there, and I was surprised because I expected everything to be Arri Alexa, down the list, which essentially it was Arri down the list. There's like one Sony Venice and a few Reds. Everything else is Arri, which is exactly what I expected. Yeah. But here's the weird thing. I would say 3/4 of those that were Arri were the Mini. They weren't the full-size Alexa. They weren't the full-frame Alexa, whatever they call that. It was the Mini, and I was thinking, wow, Mini's the big one now. That just shocked me. That these people working on these big feature films with 5 camera assistants and camera trucks and all this equipment, hardware stuff, that's their choice is the Alexa Mini, and that surprised me.
Yeah, it is interesting,
but it is very good.
And again, the Mini at $53,000 is a deal, so that's probably why they're buying them. You can have 2 of those, for the price of one of the other ones sometimes. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. But it does look good. That Jack Ryan show, I was watching it, the colors and the depth and the high dynamic range, everything just looks really good. And I was going,
so good today.
And I was kind of hoping it wasn't an Alexa, it was something else. But no, it was that one. Just to see that other people are coming up. Maybe it's a Sony, maybe it's a Canon.
A7 or something.
Yeah, anything, well, but no.